Oh, I'm an idiot. Well, good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful October day here in West Tennessee. Sun coming up over there. See if we can deal with these horses. Come on, y'all. I don't know where Kaylin's mare is. Yeah, every day we put the two show mares up in their stalls, and there's Kaylin's mare way down there. So that would be Honey, and then down the hill over there, Pie. Sounds simple enough, right? Horses, we can debate how smart they are, but creatures of habit like a lot of animals. Honey's gonna follow me right over here. She's gonna walk right into her stall. She's gonna do exactly as she's expected. Pie, on the other hand, what usually happens is she comes up here and she just refuses to go in the barn. Kaylin's like, just put the halter on her. Lead her in. Okay, that works sometimes. But now she's gotten to where I walk out here with a halter, she just takes off back out to pasture. So I end up usually making crude hand gestures and crude remarks to her, and I'm telling her what she can go do with herself for the rest of the day if she doesn't want to get fed, which then irritates my wife, which then makes my life more difficult. So, really wish that mare, long way of me saying I really wish she would cooperate. Come on, Honey. I just told them how well behaved you were and how easy you are to deal with. Don't make me a liar. Well, hold on. See, look here. Honey, gate there was left open, so she could have gone, and she could have gone to Memphis if she wanted to. Stall door was closed, but she knew what was up. Now you two know y'all don't get to come in. Only the show mares get special privilege. Okay, we'll see if Pie will come up here. Kind of a long-winded way to start a video, but that mare right here to start off the day, she's gonna be a pain in my butt, like she is most mornings actually. Yeah, and normally that mare comes into the barn lot, she just won't come into the barn. She actually hasn't even come up to the barn lot yet, so, well, tell you what, because we do still feed these other horses. Just because they don't go in a stall doesn't mean they don't get fed. Bring them just a scoop of feed out here. I don't know. If she comes up, she comes up. If she doesn't, she doesn't. Well, there she is. Okay, so she's gonna come on in here. I'm gonna show y'all, and this really may be video made more so she can see. She's like, I just don't understand. She's so easy for me to catch every day. And I'm like, well, and I promise I don't start the cussing and stomping and whatnot until after she's run off from me. It's not like I'm being abusive to her in any way that causes her to run away. Now, I don't know what in the world is going on with this halter. It was just laying on the ground. Oh, that's what's going on. Yeah, I think they left it just laying on the ground. I think it's broken now. Yep, that's supposed to go over there and attach there. Supposed to be some sort of a fastener there. Yeah, missing some sort of a fastener right there. So lovely. This looks like it was probably a cheap halter too. All right, there's one little piece. God only knows if that other piece can be found. Things that drive you insane, yeah, unless we can find that other piece. I mean, that can be repaired, but that's out of commission right now. But yeah, halter's just laying there on the ground, still connected to the cross tie, because whenever they got done riding last night, they couldn't be bothered to actually put it up. Okay, so let's see if I can just put a lead rope around this mare's neck and catch her. She's like, no, I'm out of here. Let me see if I can catch her. It's for Kaylin. This is proof that I don't do anything crazy And I do try to catch this mare every morning. She just, for whatever reason, does not want me to put her in a stall. Easy pie. Easy pie. Whoa, mare. Mare. Whoa, mare. Yeah, this is usually about the point that I start telling her she's number one and telling her what she can go do with herself. All right, I'm not gonna waste my precious daytime when I got plenty of other things to do, dealing with, well, again, we'll keep this kid friendly, dealing with a ornery mare. Woo! Okay, so I man, time has gotten away from me I guess we are officially fall now. Today's October 1st, but like October 1st snuck up on me. And yeah, we need to go ahead and start thinking about weaning these calves here at home, our spring-born calves, of course. And yeah, so we're gonna see if we can get them to follow us up to the barn. Should be 24 or so calves that we need to get caught. Not fully expecting to get everybody up there right now, but like we generally do, if we do this 2 or 3 mornings in a row, eventually we'll have them all. Or if they all cooperate today, that'd be even better. Oh, and 2, yeah, down to 4 cows that could be calving any moment. She's one of them. I checked them like 6:30 last night, nobody had calved, so somebody could have in the last 12 or so hours. But, you know, see if we can get these bigger calves like that bull calf there up to the barn. Got a calf here trying to ride a cow. Yep, that one will go up. It's actually a heifer. Then yeah, I got 3 others of the purchase cows. Oh, there's 73, so now it's just down to, oh, and there's the red one, number 41. So now it's just number 7. We need to check and see if she happened to calve overnight. As we're getting ready to wean, of course that bull calf there, number 522, he'll actually be the 2nd youngest of the spring-born calves, or 3rd youngest. Like I said, we'll go all the way up to 24. That is a pretty calf. Of course, he's not registered. He's just, I have to look see who his mom is. We do have some, you know, F1 cows. Our bull is an F1, so at most he's 50% Brahma, but just a really pretty red bull. Any of y'all out there would be interested in red bull. You know, normally we're just gonna castrate every one of our bulls, make them steers, going with it. And that's probably what's gonna happen to him. He'd probably be one we'll feed out because he's got enough ear on him, he'll get a discount at the sale barn. But if somebody wanted a red, you know, Brangus type bull, grow one out, you know, you get him a lot cheaper. And again, he's obviously not registered or anything, but yeah, let me know before we potentially would castrate him here in another week or 2. Yeah, more stragglers. All right, we're gonna head up to the barn. We got 3 more buckets of feed. See if they'll follow us up there and we can get these boys and girls weaned. That's a good looking heifer calf there. Yeah, we'll talk more about maybe some heifers for sale at some point, but I was looking at him the other day, I was like, man, that is a pretty calf. Be ashamed to cut him, but nah, that is probably his fate. Hey, we gotta eat beef from something, right? And there's number 7. She was the last of the cows that we bought that could be calving at any moment. And yeah, here in about, I think we're down to maybe just about 2 weeks before our cows will start calving, which really means some of them could start going early at any point, but y'all know what I mean. You know, watch out. Come on, babies. Come on up here, big girls. Ah, dang. Yep, there's 2, and then 3, and then, yep, a bunch more that we need in there to wean them. So, see if we can get all them caught. While we're waiting on them, our ultimate goal for the day, or like kind of our bigger goal, every day I've got like, all right, I need to get this done. And this was pretty important, but gonna cut some hay. No rain in the forecast. Our weather pattern hadn't changed that much, even though we've gotten a rain here and there for the most part. Which, when you need confidence to cut hay, I guess that's the only good thing about it. It's like single-digit rain chances every day. So, all right. This little bitty calf, that's one of the oldest calves actually. Just clearly a mom that's not doing the job. That's a mom that we're gonna call. Put it simply. Good looking black calves. Well, not everybody came up, but I know several of them that didn't come up are cows and new calves. So obviously we don't need them anyway. Didn't get a full head count on the calves, but now if these cows will start working their way back out of here, it'd be nice. Yep, she's one due to calve any day now. I really like that heifer. That's that F1 Brayford. I mean, just look at her. She'll be calving this fall, be her first calf, but I really like her. You had 40 or 50 like her. You put an Angus bull on them, have black calves, black, white face with, big old good F1 mom like that nursing them. You do all right. Especially with this current market, I think you can make a little money in cattle in those circumstances. All right, adults can get out. Are you kidding me? Are y'all just laughing because y'all knew I was gonna do that? That calf wanted with his mama. All right, we're gonna do this the easiest way possible. We're gonna close these gates here. Oh, it's a little bit dilapidated, but I can do that. I can make them run back in here behind the barn. That is still fenced. It's one way we can kind of correct mistakes if they do get past the first gate. So, I pride myself on really being pretty decent at sorting and standing there in the gate all by myself and turn my back just a split second too long. Really not even the prettiest little heifer. Not probably one that'll end up making a replacement. That's fine. We need feeder heifers too. All right. Now go left. Go left. Go on up there. Go on in there. Go on. Go on. Okay. So actually she made that super easy. All right, so all we have to do is walk around the barn and open the gate over there and she's back with all these others. All right, we'll leave those gates right there closed just in case this happens again. All right, you cows can go on out of here. Nope, not you, calf. That's the oldest calf in the bunch. I like that heifer. Got just a little bit of brindle on that head and neck. Go on out of here, you two. You almost caught me peeking the other way. Nope. 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 You gotta stay. There's 1 or 2 cows over there. There's 16 calves up here, so, you know, my numbers are right. They look back, because all the way up through 524 should have been weaned. And I know we lost a calf or 2 this spring, so we may not be completely that short. Might be like 6 more. Anyway, I gotta trying to keep all my stuff straight. We'll ride back down here too and see if there's any that we clearly missed. It's like that calf doesn't count. That was our little summer calf there. We'll see if we can figure out who all we're missing and need to get caught still over these next few days. Yep, there's one of our new little fall babies. Whoa! Not real smart at that age. Actually, it'll only be a maximum of 23. At 24, that calf's just still real small. That was the one that we bought as a pair. So we just had 23 this spring. And yeah, I just need to go back and look at my numbers, see. Sometimes we'll lose a calf, but it never gets tagged. You know, it's stillborn or whatever. Of course, sometimes we tag one and something happens to it in its first few weeks of life. Yeah, I only have 16 calves caught and a possibility of 23 that could need to be caught. I don't see them. Oh, I'm an idiot. We had already weaned some of those from the cows we had culled. So we may be pretty close to that being everybody. I'm gonna need to go check numbers now. Yeah, okay, so we may be in better shape than I thought. All right, good deal. Yeah, you can clearly see all these little ones. Yeah, it just hit me like that, well, when we sold the cull cows a few weeks ago, several of those had already had a calf. And yes, we had to wean those calves a little early, but, okay. All right, now sometimes I just have to stop and slow down and think for a minute. Well, I thought I was going to try to film something pretty neat, and you're just going to have to take my word for it because I didn't hit the play button. Not the first time that's ever happened, but we got a calf, had a bad eye. He is the runt, the smallest calf out here. He's one. His mom was bred, so we didn't sell her a year ago like we should have. She had him this spring. He's a nugget. I mean, not worth much of anything. But I noticed yesterday he had a bad eye. Where is he? But it's not a terrible loss in terms of filming. There he is right there, because I set the camera up and then just kind of snuck in behind him, grabbed him, you know, flanked him, threw him down, gave him a shot. But where I had the camera and where he actually ended up when I caught him, I don't think I was in frame anyway. So just had to take my word for it. Gave him a shot to treat. Probably tell that right eye. Yeah, you can see right there, that right eye does not look great. And really nothing about him looks great. Another example why when an old cow is ready to be culled, really even if she's bred back, you're probably better off just going ahead and culling her. She made it through the winter. I actually sold her for pretty decent money just because the prices are so good right now. I don't know what he's gonna ever be worth, not much, but anyway, so. But yeah, shout out to the Ag Gear Stockyard. I have my syringe right there in my pocket. You know, it's about 60, mid 60s or so this morning. It's warming on up now. Gonna be hotter than heck by this afternoon. Perfect shirt for these days. Discount code Hurricane 15% off at aggearstore.com. There's 15 calves we don't have accounted for, so we need to ride around and see if we can find them. Neely, how about you load up? Come on, Nene. Come on, Neely. Get in the Jeep. There we go. Come on out of the corner. Come on out of the corner. Come on out of the corner. There we go. There we go. Everybody in there. Everybody in there. Okay, so what are we doing with these calves now? Gonna therapies them. Well, you made it fairly easy because you were right there. Shouldn't need to catch everybody's head. Hold on. Well, I might be just wasting. There we go. So yeah, sitting everybody with a dose of therapies. I mean, they've just been weaned this morning. This is the worst day of their young lives. They've never had a bad day to this point. You know, just living life on mama's side. Now life without mom begins. So we're just gonna run them through like we just did, and run them back out. And we got 5 more that we couldn't fit in the alleyway. Probably could have if they had gotten a little tighter. There we go. Y'all go on up. Step on up. Step on up. Y'all can go back in the pen. But yeah, therapies, of course, maternal bovine appeasing substance, or a synthetic analog of the maternal bovine appeasing substance. Helps to reduce that stress of, well, any type of stress, but certainly weaning provides as much stress as anything. So, and hey, y'all can buy therapies at agzaga.com. You can use discount code TALKDIRT20. That takes $20 off $50 order, and you get free shipping. All right, gonna run these last, 4 or 5 down here. Whew, I'm glad we're getting it done too, because it's warming on up. Good thing I am wearing this cool stockyard shirt. But yeah, just 4 of y'all. Y'all going down that alleyway. Here's another one, you know, we were talking about, and there's 5 calves, I can't count. A little bitty red heifer. She's another one. Her mom wasn't sick, didn't have any problems or anything. She's just not a great mom. So her mom's one that we will cull as well. She was a first calf heifer, but still, that's pretty pathetic when you look at the size of that calf compared to the others. She fooled us once, we're not gonna give her a chance to fool us again. I think that heifer's actually one I'm just gonna keep and feed out for myself. We try to feed out good steers that we sell, but I don't mind eating a young cow. We'll put her on feed her up just like we do our steers. It's definitely a little easier to do if you go ahead and catch their heads, but when that's all you're doing, we're not gonna take the time to run, what'd I say, 16 of them all through there. All right, y'all go ahead. Head out and mow. Not a lot of hay to mow, about 15 or so acres. Apologize, I think my battery's dead in my microphone, so I'll try to speak up. Yeah, it's our hay immediately next door. Count a little bit, we're gonna cut along our driveway. It's gonna be 7 different fields to total about 15 acres, so. Convenient because it's next door and someone's right along the driveway. It's a little bit of a pain because it is just tiny little patches, but not going to be a whole lot of hay either. It just, until that 2 inches of rain we got last week, it's had virtually no water since it was last cut, and no fertilizer, so we're going to make a little feed for these cows for the winter time. because I failed to gather her mare this morning, I've got to take her out to the pasture so she can wrangle her up. Her feed's in her stall though. I didn't throw any hay in there yet, but her feed is in there. And she's having to use an old halter because somebody didn't take very good care of the new one. All right, you gotta get the gates. I'm driving.
Yeah.
World's most beautiful gate getter. Questionable attire for some light duty farming and ranching. And the horses are way up here in the woods where it's nice and shady and cool, but absolutely as far away from the barn as they can possibly be.
That's why she goes up early in the mornings.
We have video evidence that I gave a A+ effort. She takes off, and like when I try to get around in front of her,
You just don't sweet talk her. You don't bring her a treat, a carrot.
I'm taking her to
give her a nice little rub down. Nothing.
I mean, I'm putting her in a stall where she has all her feed, and I mean it's a huge treat.
Yeah, well, she must not like being in the stall.
Well, maybe not.
It is what it is, but she's a thoroughbred. She's got to go inside.
All right. Well, why does being a thoroughbred mean she has to go inside?
Because she's got to have her food. She can't just live off of grass because she is an active, technically an athlete, so she needs fuel.
Okay. A thoroughbred can't survive on grass alone. Y'all heard it here. Maybe wonder why I'm not helping. Well, I mean, I think we've clearly seen the mare takes off whenever I'm involved. And I did help because I drove her all the way out here. Otherwise, I mean, she could have driven herself, but then I guess she could have tried to lead the horse while she drove this, but that wouldn't have worked out very well. Well, the mare has been captured. Oh, now Kaylin gets her steps in for the day. If I was a real gentleman, I'd offer to lead the mare while she can drive. We'll see if she'll take me up on that offer.
See, I caught her just perfect.
Yeah, you want me to lead her back to the house and like a gentleman, and you can drive the Kubota?
No, if you'll open up the arena, then I don't have to walk all the way back to the barn.
What, do you want me to do that? You
Just open up the ring.
How about you let me lead her?
Oh, I need the exercise. I'm good.
How about you tie the halter or tie the lead rope like some reins and bareback ride her?
No, I'm not. She is way too skinny for that. It's not comfortable.
Well, I'll do it. Okay, I'll offer. All right, got the hay all mowed. It's about 3:30. Had a pretty good time, which we knew it wasn't going to take terribly long to do that a little bit. Say about 15 acres or so. We now do need to run home and I'm gonna unhook the mower. Probably gonna put the bale spear on the back of this tractor. My uncle, we always haul a little hay to. They've been having to feed some hay. Said they were down to one roll, so we'll get a roll or get a load of 7, load it up, hook the trailer up to the truck, move that way. I'd kind of planned on having already moved that last that we rolled like 2 weeks ago, and I was just going to take a load of that just straight to him. Just hadn't gotten around to getting everything moved to the field there to do that. So then part of me was like, well, do I want to see if Kaylin can give me a ride and I can drive a tractor up there and she can bring a truck trailer and then I can haul that straight to them. And like I say, it's already 3:30. Not that it's that late. We do have ball practice tonight at 7, but she's gonna already be in between jockeying kids around, between cheer practice, school, cheer practice, whatever. So that probably what we'll do is just load up 7 there at the house, take those to him, and then whenever I do ever get around to moving all the rest of that hay, we'll probably go ahead and take them some more. But yeah, good day. Got those calves weaned. That wasn't something I necessarily thought we would totally get done, but when they all cooperated, well, that helped out. Not sure when we'll run them through the chute and process them. I don't know. We'll do it early one morning. 16 of them won't take long. Y'all just have to keep watching to see. One thing fairly certain. Turn my flashers on. Is that we will be rolling some hay come Saturday. And then actually the neighbor that kind of, we're renting this place with Bermuda grass, he's gonna square bale some of it. And it's looking like it's about ready. He said he was probably planning on maybe targeting next week. So I said, yep, works for me. Square bale what he wants to square bale, and we'll roll the rest. But say all that to say, probably gonna stop this one right here. I'm not sure what we're eating for dinner tonight. We had, well, I guess it was Sunday night. I had y'all watching with me. We had steak and shrimp. Last night we had pork chops and some brats. What did we do Monday night? I can't even remember. We ate something on Monday night. But yeah, can't swear it's gonna be beef tonight. But we know that's what we want y'all to do. Y'all eat beef and God bless. Let's watch this idiot car tries to pass me. I'm literally, and of course they don't know where I'm turning, but I'm literally gonna turn in like a quarter of a mile. And this mower is pretty wide. Idiots. You're already gonna end a video or post video rant. I was just up this road, probably not a quarter mile that way. I believe it was yesterday. I was coming home at lunch. It just so happened my uncle, Brock, one of their hired hands, I could see Brock pulling out with a truck, lights flashing on top, header trailer. So they're all right, they're getting ready to move combine. I knew they just cut soybeans there. So I pulled over, good spot where I could pull completely off the road. Combine's a pretty big machine. As I'm waiting on them, so they're meeting me. They're gonna, once they get past me, I'll pull back out. Well, another car's coming, and I'm pulled completely off the road. There's a big truck, huge flashing lights on top, not just blinkers, like strobe lights, pulling a header. An enormous green combine pulling out into the road. Well, they just come on around me I don't know why that idiot's pulled over on the side of the road, but I'm not scared of this combine. In reality, they're probably looking at their phone or something, didn't even see the combine, but yeah. Those of you that watch that I know are involved in ag, you already know this. For the rest of you, I would just say, we don't hate you for driving on the road when we're out with harvest equipment. We don't expect for you to hate us. We're doing the same thing, but just pay attention. Pay attention, be courteous. Farmers don't want to run you off the road. They don't want you to run them off the road. Give them their space. When you see farm equipment, find a good spot to pull over, especially if it's something as big as a combine, so you can give them plenty of room to get by, get on with their day safely, and you can too. End of the rant. See y'all next time.